Kohl Wholesale is holding their biannual food show at the Oakley-Lindsay Center. The event is held in Quincy twice a year and promotes food that is grown and made right here in the tri-state area. While imported food products remain a hot-button issue, much of the food that is displayed at the event is American-made. Organizers say events like this show how important the food distribution industry is to the economy.
Food service industry as a whole delivers 9 billion cases of food every single year, which is crazy to think about. It's the hidden business that everybody just goes to the restaurant and you never really think about how that food actually got there.
The organization plans to donate all of the remaining food from vendors to the Salvation Army here in Quincy.